Hi, and welcome to the Java+Spring Data Elasticsearch subsection. We will start with creating our local environment. As you remember, we have to create a web server, microservice and Elasticsearch as a standalone Docker containers. And we will use the Spring Boot framework at our work. If you have never worked with Java+Spring before, don't worry a lot. You don't need to know the whole peculiarities of how it works, as you can download the whole project skeleton from attachment and simply continue with me further. So please, download Project Skeleton from attachment and open it at your favorite code editor. I will use IntelliJ editor for representing project with that and the next lectures. Please open the help me MD file now. Here you will find different installation instructions. First of all, you have to install Java by itself and Gradle, that is a special tool for building our Java application. I am using the open source Amazon Corretto 11th Java version here. If you don't want to install it on your system directly from some reasons, or maybe you are using some other version equal Oracle distribution, then you may use some VirtualBox or any cheap VPS at cloud with pre-installed Linux distributions. It is strongly recommended to keep consistency at Java version and distribution if you want to avoid strange errors, equal an example that is provided at the help sections here. After having it installed, you can check the version using the following commands: Java version and Gradle version. So now let's return to the help file. As a set instruction positions, you can see how to build Java application using Gradle locally, that is the point 3a, building Docker container using Docker daemon, that is point B, and building Docker image with Gradle by itself, that is the point C. Variant A is the most preferable for development and debugging. I will be using variant B. Moreover, I prepared a short bash script for fast and convenient work. Let's see how it works. It is called refresh.sh. That is a simple bash script. At first we are checking if the Docker container is already running, and if yes, that is killed. Then Gradle compile our Java source files, which you can find at builds libs folder. Here how it looks like. So next I'm recreating the dependency folder by removing old files and unpacking new jar files. Here how it looks like finally. Let's open dependency folder and all that Java jar files are extracted here at dependency folder. Next we are building our Docker application with using docker build command. And we are using here a Docker file that is located in the root folder. Let's open it. Here we are using Amazon Corretto image. Then we copy according dependencies from our dependency folder, and finally we are running our application. Here is our main file, and that is called Spring Boot+ES application. So let's run our bash script to build Docker image, otherwise our Docker compose will not find it. So while being at the root of the project, you have to pass sh refresh.sh. That will build our image with compiled Java application according to our Docker file. If you are interested more at how Spring Boot application is Dockerized and why all this is done in such a way, please refer to official documentation. Here is a coding link where you can read how to run Spring Boot application with Docker. So now we are ready to bring up our Docker environment using Docker compose YAML file. But first, let's have a look inside the configuration. So first of all, we are having here Spring Boot application by itself. We have just investigated how it was built. It is worth mentioning here that we don't need to create any web server, as Tomcat web server is already built for Spring Boot application out of the box. So we are getting web server and microservice Java application as one shot. The second thing you have to pay attention at is that Spring application will not start without having Elasticsearch to be up as a dependency. To avoid that problem, I am using the restart always policy that will force the container to restart after failure caused by Elasticsearch connection problems. In case using Docker Compose at production, it is better to use some custom wait scripts as it is described at official documentation. Here is the link that would be provided at attachment, and the article is called Control Startup and Shutdown Order in Compose. And here you can find examples how to control different startup dependencies using different wait scripts. So let's return to our Docker Compose file. Next service is our Elasticsearch by itself. And that is a configuration you are already familiar with. There is nothing new here. Let's also investigate what packages are used in our application. Please open build Gradle file. So we are using here a Spring framework by itself. Then we are using Spring Data Elasticsearch. We also will be using some API documentation packages equals Swagger and Swagger UI. And here are application properties. Let's open it. Application properties. And that is the URI connection string to our Elasticsearch. In our case, it is mapped to host port 9200. If you are going to change Elasticsearch port, please remember to change connection string from application side accordingly. So now let's bring up our environment. So go to the project root folder and let's run docker compose appd. Let's check if containers are running. So seems all is okay. Now go to help.md file and copy next URL. Go to the browser, paste it, and you have to see the word test. That means that environment works properly. Congratulations, first step is done. See you at the next lecture, where we will speak about the controller, REST API and response request models.